Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'd like to call the Hammond Redevelopment Commission meeting to order on this Tuesday, March 4th, 2025. It is now 4:30 p.m. The meeting will begin. Can you please stand for our Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence after?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. Cynthia, can we get a roll call, please?
Tomich.
Here.
Kubaki.
Here.
Mosley Shelton.
Here.
Myricks.
Here.
Poppridge.
Here, for the record, all five are present. Number 3, declaration of conflict of interest. Okay, number 4, communications. I think we received one, right?
We received one. It's an intake form from Mr. Jose Flores Rangel. He's interested in the property at 826 Willow Court.
Okay. Just put it in the minutes that we received it, and then we'll just refer this to staff for, it comes back for a future meeting then. Thanks. Okay, number 5 is acceptance of requests for proposals for the sale of real estate for property commonly known as 5341 Soul Avenue and 609 Kane Street.
Members of the commission, you received one response to your request for proposals. It is from a Rafael Garcia. He owns a property nearby, 5334, which he renovated. The property at 5334 Soul has limited parking, and he's purchasing these lots would provide much needed space for additional parking. My intention is to pave, fence, and beautify. The offer is $10,000 combined, and he does have a check for the earnest money. I would just suggest you refer that to staff.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion's been made to refer to staff by Commissioner Myrick, second by Commissioner Tomich. Let's have a roll call, please.
Tomich.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myricks.
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes. Motion passes with 5 yes to refer to staff. Thank you, Attorney Westland. Number 6 is approval of Forensics LLC proposal for soil delineation and remediation at 1301 Highland Street.
Commission, in front of you have a proposal from Forensics to do some site remediation at the former Memorial Park site in Hammond. This is the location of upcoming 28 parcels for single-family homes that the city will either auction out or be made available through an RFP. Also a senior living facility and I believe 8 duplexes. This is just part of the step we need to do to clean up the area and make it site ready for building.
Mr. President, there are no further questions or discussions. I'd like to make a motion for the approval of Forensics LLC proposal for soil delineation remediation at 1301 Highland.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Myrick, second by Commissioner Kubaki. There's no further questions or discussion. Roll call.
Tomich.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myricks.
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes. All right, number 6, approval of Sire Plumbing Incorporated proposal for installation of a backflow prevention at 6208 Kennedy Avenue.
Commissioners, 6208 Kennedy Avenue is a redevelopment-owned building. We have one tenant there, Windy City Pizza. We have seen a few of these actually in some redevelopment-owned buildings across the city. It's just an installation of a valve to prevent backflow prevention. So this is just one that we may be seeing a lot over the next year for 1,500. I'm looking for the commission's approval.
Mr. President, if there are no further questions or discussions, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of Sailor Plumbing, Inc. proposal for installation of backflow prevention at 6208 Kennedy Avenue.
Second.
Motion's been made by Commissioner Kabaki, second by Commissioner Shelton. That's the approval of cellular plumbing proposal for installation of backflow prevention at 6208 Kennedy Avenue. Roll call then.
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes. Okay, number 8, approval of agreement to purchase real estate at Millennium Estates.
Commissioners, in front of you, you have a developer-signed purchase agreement for 4 parcels that are redevelopment owned at the Millennium Estates area, just a little north here, right off of Calumet Ave. We are working with a developer. This is actually his 3rd batch of parcels that he will be purchasing from the Redevelopment Commission. He has already built 6 homes in this area. They are beautiful homes if you ever do a little drive through there. And as far as I know, they sold pretty quickly once they were built. So we do have, once again, another example of a healthy housing market in Hammond. So this is the 3rd batch that CRG Group LLC would like to purchase. The parcels are 626, 632, 638, and 644 Millennium Court. We do have the developer, Chris Rhodes, here in case you have any questions.
I don't, I just, like I said, I've driven by, the houses are really nice and sat idle quite a few years, the lot, so it's good to see filling up and
Thank you. I have no questions either. I'm the same. I've driven through them all of them. The product quality looks there, so any new development, housing development happens, great thing, so.
Mr. President, if there are no further questions, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of agreement to purchase real estate at Millennium Estate.
Second.
it's a tie, so. Motion's been made by Commissioner Shelton, second by Commissioner Kabaki. Let's have a roll call.
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes with 5 yes. I just have one comment, Mr. Rhodes. Maybe if, when you complete one of these houses, before it actually gets sold, maybe we can take a tour of it.
That would be great, because we
Come up to the microphone, Chris.
Just like to see the final finished product, that's all.
that would be great, because we try to, we have to do a little extra, because we want them to sell, and I wanted to say, we don't try to burden the city with, we try to take care of everything
Yeah.
ourselves. We build it, we sell it, we help the people move in, everybody's happy. We build the other ones right by the other people that have owned it for 2 years. They know they bought it from us. Everybody's, happy, and we're just looking for, trying to move into Jacob Square too.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, just reach out to Ann when you, like I said, it's real informal, just whoever can make it, from this commission, maybe.
I can help set that up.
Yeah.
All right.
Find a time where it's best
Yep.
for
What are
both.
your average square footage of those homes, bedrooms and baths?
Those were about 1,900, it was right around 2,000 square feet. Actually, the same house is going to be at 240, I think the garage will be detached, but we're doing 241 173rd Street too, on
Okay.
the corner right there. And they're all going to be 2 stories, even though they're backed up to the tracks. If we could keep that 2-story and have that updated kitchen, you could attract those people in that might not want, to be there. Same with Jacob Square, I sent out an email that we try to upgrade it where somebody's getting something they otherwise wouldn't, but for having to go into a redeveloped area. Okay, I'll go to the redeveloped area since I'm getting that kitchen that I couldn't get, maybe at a more established area.
Correct.
Like Jacob Square.
Right.
Actually, we just sold 5610 Beale. They let us get the side lot because the city owned it. We put that next to the house. It went for a good dollar. Everything was redone, it was stripped to the studs. Same thing we're gonna be doing at 5229 Walter, and then at I get the address,
So
6200
many
block of
properties.
Claude,
Okay.
so.
I just had one other quick question.
Yes, sir.
How many properties do you build a year? Your company?
Well, we were a little overzealous because we were supposed to have built the whole subdivision by now, but we got backtracked a little bit. But, I don't know, 12?
See, and I like that because the big builders, they don't have the quality control that you have out west.
Well, we're real hands-on. We have an electrical license, an HVAC license, and a general contractor license. So these four, we're gonna try to do, we've already gone through our growing pains. We want to get these foundations in the next, month and a half and go boom, boom, boom. Once the electrical is done on one, they move to the next, just.
Almost
all
going
in a
all
line.
up at the same time.
Right.
So something like that, you could do a house in about 4 months.
Well, yeah, we're gonna try to shave that a little.
Yeah.
Okay, we got our last one gonna be listed, next 2 weeks from now.
All right.
That's great.
Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you so much. We really
I know,
appreciate it.
Thank you, I've never been before here. Thank you, Mr. Warple. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
That's the councilman, but that's okay. I'm not Councilman Warple. I'm Tony Hopridge, redevelopment.
The one above.
But
That's two different names.
he does sit up here.
No, thank
You look like it, though, Tony.
Thanks, Chris.
Have a good
Thank you.
one.
No, sounds like a very good builder and look forward to seeing it, so. All right, let's move along then. Number 9 is an approval of Hammond Sportsplex renovation expansion project. Recommendations for bid package 02. We have roofing, athletic flooring system, fire protection, plumbing, electrical, structural steel, cast-in-place concrete by the various contractors here.
Good evening to the commission and staff. Dean Button, city engineer. Mike Farino's here in case you have questions for me that I can't answer. Mike's with Bauer Construction Services, who's helping us manage the renovation of the Sportsplex. So I'd say about 3 weeks ago, we opened bids for more divisions of work for the Sportsplex, and that's what you've seen here. Prior to that, we opened bids for structural steel, cast-in-place concrete. There were a few other items that we had done. So I know that there's still a couple more divisions of work that still need to come in front of the board. But we're looking for you to award to the lowest responsive and responsible bidder, roofing to EC Babilla, the athletic flooring system to ProStar Services Incorporated, fire protection to Valley Fire Protection Systems LLC, plumbing to Gatlin Plumbing and Heating Incorporated, electrical to Sweeney Electric Company Incorporated, structural steel to AMG Services Incorporated, and cast-in-place concrete to Larson Danielson Company Incorporated. We'd ask that your motion would be to award these divisions of work and give Ms. Taylor the permission to sign the agreements when they're executed. So we will make sure that all of the proper documentation is together so we don't have to come back to you. And that's the advice of your attorney, that we do it this way. So if we could award the contracts to these individuals and give Ms. Taylor permission to execute the agreements on behalf of the Redevelopment Commission. And I'll take any questions you might have.
I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
Electrical, does it have
No, this would be electrical work inside the building. Your point is well taken. The administration had come forward and said to me that the sportsplex isn't illuminated enough in relationship to the YMCA. That's a task we'll undertake later because we have time. The sportsplex renovation goes through early November, if I remember right. And we'll undertake a task to illuminate the exterior. My understanding is that the architect did include additional conduit runs for that purpose. So there is some base work that's being done that won't be commissioned until we do the exterior lighting. Thank you for your question. Any other questions? Thank you.
No, thank you, City Engineer Dean Button. Thank you.
Thank you, President.
You were able to answer all the questions.
Well, I hope I have. I mean, if not, together we should be able to respond.
Mr. President, there's no further questions or discussions. I'd like to make a motion, excuse me, for the approval of Hammond Sports Renovation Expansion Project recommendations for bid pass number 2 with the, I need to read all of these contracts? I'll read
You can say the listed,
the listed contractors and give me, Ann Taylor the authority to execute contracts.
Perfect, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, motion then has been made by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Tomich. If there's no further questions or discussion, then roll call.
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Hopper.
Yes, motion passes with 5 yes.
Thank you to the board or commission. Thank you.
Thank you. Can't wait till it's done.
Okay, number 10, approval of resolution number 2025-03, a resolution approving intergovernmental agreement and accepting conveyance of real estate from the City of Hammond by its Board of Public Works and Safety for 5529 Soul Avenue.
so much like title of the resolution, the city's going to convey this property, which is located in Jacob Square, to be part of the housing initiative for Jacob Square. But your resolution just accepts title of the property. There's a mirror resolution from the Board of Works conveying.
Yes, thank you. We've done these in the past.
Yes, you have.
Mr. President, if there are no further questions, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of resolution number 2025-03, a resolution approving the intergovernmental agreement and accepting conveyance of real estate from the City of Hammond by its Board of Public Works and Safety for 5529 Soul Avenue.
Second?
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Selton, second by Commissioner Kabaki. Let's have a roll call, please.
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Hopper.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Number 11, approval of lease agreement for 435 Fayette Street.
Commissioners, in front of you, you have a new lease for the substation number 9 building in downtown Hammond at 435 Fayette Street. As you may recall, NIPSCO was the owner of this building until, I believe, last year or late the year prior. They conveyed the property over to Redevelopment Commission. South Shore Arts had been a tenant at this building for at least a dozen years and would like to continue being a tenant at the building. So we had to create a new lease from HRC to South Shore Arts. So they will continue being a tenant there at least for this initial term of 12 months at a rate of $100 a month or $1,200 for the year.
Mr. President, if there are no further questions or discussions, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the lease agreement for 435 Fayette Street.
Second.
Okay, Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Kabaki, second by Commissioner Shelton. That's the approval of lease agreement for 435 Fayette Street. Can we have a roll call, please?
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Poppert.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes. Okay, number 12 is our bills, register of claims.
Mr. President, if there's no question about the Register of Claims for the Hammond Redevelopment Commission, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the claims beginning with claims dated 1/7/25 and ending with claims dated 2/27/25. Claim number R66630 through R66889 inclusive.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Tolman, second by Commissioner Myricks. That's claims dated January 7, 2025 through February 27, 2025. Claim R66630 through claim R66889 inclusive. Is there any questions or concerns on these claims? Okay, roll call then.
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Poppert.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes on the claims. Okay, number 13, reports. Ms. Ann Taylor, would you like to share anything tonight?
I do have a couple events coming up in March. First up, we have our second Mayor's Night Out for the year. This one is in the 2nd District at HAST, Hammond Academy of Science and Technology in downtown Hammond. It's on May 12th, starting at 6:30. And then we have our wonderful annual Disabilities Awards Breakfast coming up on the 20th of March at the Dynasty Banquets, 8 a.m. Just reach out to Cynthia if you're interested in attending. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for those updates. Okay, then we'll move along. Number 14, new and unfinished business. I think we have a couple items tonight.
We do. The first one is, Dean, can you just step up a minute? I think we're going to do the approval of this,
Demolition
the
agreement.
demolition
Okay, thank you.
agreement.
Thank you. I wasn't sure where I was in the batting order.
Yep,
I can address the
awesome, thank
commission.
you.
Thank you.
You're the
So-
cleanup man, just like we're going to clean this up.
I'll get my broom and dustpan. So my regret is that you're getting this late. So I appreciate President Halpridge for allowing this to be added as new and unfinished business. So at the last Redevelopment Commission meeting, you approved an award of the demolition work at the Sportsplex. These are the contracts. So what we didn't do last time is give Ms. Taylor permission to sign these agreements. So we're here to you tonight to ask if you would approve that President Halpridge would execute the agreements between, I don't have my notes in front, National Wrecking Company, thank you, Mr. Farino, and the Hammond Redevelopment Commission for demolition at the Hammond Sportsplex. I want to say it's in the amount of $292,000. It's well within the budget,
294,000.
$294. So I was
No,
two-
you're good there.
$2 grand off.
Yeah.
Yeah, my memory's only so good. So, yeah, if you could authorize his approval to sign the agreement,
So, second.
thank you.
Thank you, City Engineer Dean Button, thank you. All right, then we have a motion made by Commissioner Myrick, second by Commissioner Tomage. Let's have a roll call.
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Poppert.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes.
Thank you for your special consideration.
No, thank you, we want to keep it moving along.
Yeah, it helps a lot.
All right. Looks like we have another item, right?
We do. We just received this yesterday, so we thought we would get it on the agenda. This is a renewal of an existing lease that we have between Redevelopment Commission and Windy City Pizza Kitchen LLC. Actually, we spoke of this business just a few items ago regarding the backflow valve. So this is, as I mentioned, the sole tenant at this property. This will be another 12-month lease with option to renew, and the tenant pays $2,000 per month for this location. And just so you know, I asked Karen, and they do pay on time every month, so they are a great tenant. We would like to continue with this lease.
They do have good pizza, I have to say.
Mr. President, there's no further questions and discussions. I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the real estate lease between and by the Hammond Redevelopment Commission, the landlord, the Windy City Pizza Kitchen LLC, as intended.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Myrick, second by Commissioner Tomage. With no further questions or discussion, roll call, please.
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myrick.
Yes.
Poppert.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. All right, thank you. Number 15 then is public comment. I will open that up now. Public comment is open. Public comment is open. If anybody would like to come forward and speak, you may do so. We'll give you 3 minutes. Okay, then public comment is closed. Public comment is closed. Public comment is closed. Can we get a number 16?
Mr. President, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Can you all signify by aye?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.